Hello, everybody. Phenomenal Sir coming at you with the next episode in the thrilling saga that is known as Earthbound. Now, I didn't open up ahead of time because, like the last 4 times I've done that, it had issues. But hey, look, there's Earthbound. Check some okay. Hi, Rom. So we did it. Welcome in. We've switched back to our previous streaming style because, I have I have certain spectrum related issues that I'm only happy with a certain thing for like a week or two, and then I have to move on to the next thing. But I'm here. The game is here. Hopefully, you are all here. And per my going live notification, I'm not sponsored, but I don't need to be to enjoy the spicy, delicious taste of hot garlic chicken flavor stir fry cup noodles because I was a slacker and did not eat dinner before I started stream. So hopefully you guys can forgive me as I nom a little bit while we play. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna use my chopsticks. Get that practice in. Hey, Splangy. Yep, spicy nudes. I'm not well known for spicy nudes, but it's not the first time we've had spicy nudes on stream. How are you doing tonight, Splangy? Spicy nudes in all their steamy glory, just for you. Delish. Dim noodles are bomb. I don't know if they're 5 times as good as ramen. They cost 5 times as much as ramen, but I do like them. And they're actually legitimately spicy, unlike those ones that I had on my September stream. Sorry, but anyway, yeah, we had for our subscription drive back in September. We or August, I guess it was the August subathon. We had some spicy noodles that weren't that great. Yeah, honestly, I'm a big fan of the ramen. I actually use the ramen to make pad thai now. I actually do like a homemade, like kind of like I call it gourmet cooking, like gourmet, but you have no money. I do gourmet cooking where I use ramen noodles to make pad thai, and I'll do the sweet and sour like tiger sauce from the grocery store, just like the sweet and sour kind of spicy sauce. And I'll do ramen noodles, the spicy sauce, some peanut butter, some crushed peanuts, and a little bit of basil. Splash some lime on there. Almost as good as the restaurant. I was not gainfully employed in my mid-20s. I was not gainfully employed for nearly 2 years. I worked on I was like a contract worker for like an AV company. So I would work like once a month for like 4 months out of the year and then just stretch that money. And I learned how to do some really great recipes on very little money. Made me a man. But anyway, we have Vidoof up to level 21. Quex is up to level 16. So we did about, I want to say we slapped like 8 or 9 extra levels on Quex. And according to Drew, we can just paralyze Mondo Mole, and Mondo Mole can't do shit to us. And I have paralysis, so we're gonna make an attempt. We're gonna make one attempt at Mondo Mole. I feel like I'm leveled up enough, but Mondo Mole also hits like a truck, so who knows? But and honestly, I ended up only doing about an hour of leveling. And I ended up ending my stream about an hour early, so I guess I could have just done the leveling on stream last time, but I didn't. Oh, I do need to grab these treasure chests, though. I didn't open any gift boxes or anything while I was leveling. I just fought the Mondo Mole at the beginning over and over, essentially. A chicky nugget parm. That actually sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm a tortilla pizza connoisseur myself. I like to make pizzas out of the soft tortilla shells. And you put a little bit of pizza sauce or tomato sauce on there and some cheese and cook that sucker in the oven or in a toaster oven for about 5 minutes, and you end up with a very nice, effectively it's like a $1 pizza. Very tasty. I never made white bread pizza because I hate white bread. I'm a I have always been a big fan of like whole grain breads. Even when I was a little kid, I never liked white bread. I don't know why. I just didn't. So, um, the mole playing rough can do the most damage. So, get him, Vidoof. Get him. Friendly and affectionate. Aw, Quex. No, don't fall for it. Quex always falls for the friendly and affectionate ones. I mean, I know what it is, Calrea. I just don't eat it. I know, I know what it is. You don't got to give me the recipe because I'm not gonna make one. But so we're not gonna talk about the fact that these 10-year-old children are like walking past human skulls in this cave. This is a thing we're fine with. Oh, well, the bats seem to be running from me. Oh, never mind. I was tricked. Oh, and then you microwave it. Even better. Oh, this was well after my parents had kicked me out and abandoned me. I was a latchkey kid when I was in school. I was like 7 years old, letting myself in the house. I don't think I can ever remember having someone waiting for me. I mean, my stepdad worked graveyard shift, so he was home but he was asleep. So like if I didn't get off the bus or if something happened to me, they wouldn't have known until he got up for work at 4. Oh, no helicopter parenting. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You right, you right, you right, you right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm sorry, Splangy. You and me still need to have a conversation about this bracket system Mario Party tournament that you guys are talking about. I think that's an awesome idea. Um, I'm not a big fan of streaming on the Switch in general, and I'm not a big fan of Splatoon just because it's not the kind of game I play. Nothing against the game. I don't play competitive games because I get a little excited. Um, if you watched me in Elden Ring yesterday, you know I tend to get a little ragey, and RPGs and things where there's no real like punishment for failure are more my speed because I'm very competitive and I'm very hard on myself when I don't do well at something. So I've just learned not to play anything that pits me against other human beings in any way, shape, or form. I would be happy to help host it. I would be an announcer, anything like that. But I don't think that me being a participant would elevate the experience. And I'm okay with that. Okay. No, not. You walked a mile uphill in both ways in 3 feet of snow. Well, that was dumb. why'd you Why'd you go and do a silly thing like that? Did they not have snow days in Maine? Actually, they probably didn't. I guess you probably did have to walk uphill in 3 feet of snow where you were from. That's unfortunate. I'm from Virginia. We get snow days here. You finally got here. This is the second year sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. And I can tell you right now that if I successfully beat this guy, it'll be the first time since I was like 10 years old that I successfully beat this guy with only 2 party members, because I stopped even fooling with him. I honestly, like, when I was a kid, I fought him a couple of times, and then I was like, you know what? It's way easier to just come back later and just one-shot him. Boom. Oh, well, that'll work. Paralysis. Oh, well. It says he was able to move. Is he not paralyzed? Okay, so he's numb now. Okay. I never tried this before. Part of the problem is that Quex is just... Oh, that's terrible. With the alligator, right? The 50-foot alligator, Lake Placid. Oh, Quex. Well, let's go for it. Well, if we're gonna get nothing but critical hits, then I guess we will kill him. That was so easy, and it was Drew. I don't know who I said that suggested it, but it was Drew that suggested it. So, big shout out to that dude Drew for allowing me to successfully kill this guy with no major issues for the first time in my entire life. We did it. Feel kind of dumb that it took me until I was 37 to figure that out. But I've always been very clear about the fact that I'm not a big debuffer in RPGs. So that's right. Hell yeah! Let's see that Zig flex. Breath of Fire 3 is going to probably be the next major RPG that I play after January. If I beat this in less time than I expected, I've got a shorter one I'm going to play, a Game Boy one. But the next big RPG we're going to probably play after this, well, I lie. Starting in February, we are going to be doing Persona 5 on Fridays. Anytime I'm not doing something else on Friday, I'm going to do Persona 5 until I beat it, which is probably going to be most of the year. But our regularly scheduled RPG is going to be Breath of Fire 3. We're going to be doing the no AP challenge run, so that'll be fun. Vidoof briefly had a vision of a baby in a red cap. His soundstone recorded the melody of the little footsteps. Yep. We're going to be doing a challenge where we don't use ability points at all for the entire run. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to try. Get him. I don't know what it is about this move that some enemies are just like, nah, man, it doesn't work on me. The side gaming. Insta kill. Black. Black. Thank you, Calray. That was a decent one. Give that one a 2 out of 5. The neck wasn't really... I cracked my neck earlier, so not really super effective, but... Get in my belly, butterfly. Yeah, it's gone up more since then, Calrea. Would you like an update? If you want me to, I can update that right now. I can't update the value, but would you like me to update it? Okay. So let's see. The update, I can't calculate it all out because I'm gonna have to do math and I don't want to. But the number of requests that'll be refunded is 174 now. So the number of requests has gone up by 38 since last time. So if you want to do that math in your head, let me make sure that there's none that. Yeah, 38. So 174 requests will be refunded with a share the wealth. But you know, sometimes in the past, that one previous Christmas when I was a streamer, Santa Claus did a share the wealth for everybody. Just saying. I'm not saying that that is necessarily gonna happen, but I know that it has happened in the past that Santa redeemed everyone's wealth. So, you know. There we go. So that's Sanctuary number 2 down. Oh, you know what? I missed an item. Hang on. Hang on. Missed an item. Sorry, y'all. I think I missed an item. I think there's one down here. That's bottom path. Oh, they're not going to give me the 3 for win. It's unfortunate. So what you gonna be streaming tonight, Splangy, or are you taking the night off? You gonna be here all night long? If you're listening. Oh, I did get that item. Okay. Must have grabbed it on stream because I don't remember grabbing it when I was leveling the other night. Oh yeah, we are nowhere near leveling. Well, I say we're nowhere near leveling when really, I mean, I could gain another level in 5 minutes if I was willing to put in the time, right? Just... Oh. This one's feeling like a badass. If I was feeling like it, I could just like walk back and forth right here and kill 10 of these guys and get a level. Blah. Blah, ba, ba, ba. And just over and over and over till we get a level up, right? Just one more for the road. One more level for the road. You bastard. Really? Vidoof, you're killing me, man. Get good, Vidoof. That. Yeah, in theory, if you were patient enough, you could just do this all day. Get all the levels. I don't want to do it all day, though. This is already boring me. I want to earn my levels. Also, I don't want to be ridiculously over leveled and then get Jeff in the party and then have to catch him up. So. Now, we did not get any treasure. Well, I don't think we got most of the treasure chests, I'll say, in this area. And I don't think these enemies are going to run from us. They're buttholes. Yeah, no, they're not running from us. So we are going to have to fight this stuff. That'll do it. Okay. Oh my goodness. So many enemies. Y'all. Why has life chosen this for me? Butterfly. I will say that the level ups that I was getting when I was off stream were not extraordinary. There was a lot of like +1 HP, +2 PP, +0 everything else, which kind of made me sad, but such is life. Hard hat inside. Give this to Bidoof. Time for sippies. Well, you know what? Just for you, it's going to be the banana bourbon. Thank you so much, sir, for keeping me toit, as they say. Come at me, tree, plant, grass, whatever the fuck you are. Mobile Sprout and its cohort. I disagree. They must have spawned directly on top of one another. They lived together and they died together. So. Anyway. Oh, no, no, no. A little butterfly, come here. No, butterfly! But yeah, Splangy, if we were able to chat and get something worked out with the ye old Mario Kart tournament, I think, or Mario Party tournament, I think that would be awesome. Like I said, I would not mind being an announcer for that, or a commentator, or a host, or whatever. And I think I could probably find my way to providing a free Jank Bros shirt or something to that effect. I've actually got another Jank Bros shirt design that I'm thinking about commissioning soon. Gonna be a certified Jank stamp, but in the meantime, I've got this bad boy, which is available in multiple colors and configurations. I think I'm gonna do a certified Jank. It's gonna be like a single color outline of the Jank Bros emblem with like a 100% certified or something like that around the edges, like you would see on like a meat stamp or something. You know, like a grade A beef, like that kind of thing. I think that'd be cool. So, I could see doing free giveaways for tournaments for something like that. I haven't gotten to that part yet, Soulful. I will let you know when I do. Just so y'all know, Soulful Piggy 69 made their account 8 minutes ago and just said really sexual remarks about a 10-year-old girl in a Japanese RPG. So they got banned. Don't do that shit in my channel. So, yeah. Hey, Cleveland Tom, how's it going? Yeah. They are probably like the third actual human being ever banned from my channel. I mean, I ban a lot of bots, but they have the distinction of being one of the first people to actually get banned from my channel. January will be 2 years for me. So congratulations, you're a piece of shit. How are you doing, Cleveland Tom? How did the rest of Crystalis go? Are you already looking forward to your next session? I know I am. You are actually over halfway through that game, believe it or not. It doesn't feel like it, but that's only because there's been like zero storyline. But you are actually getting close. You are getting close. So, and see, that that shit right there is why I have been streaming on this. That's why I have been streaming on this, is because then you guys watching at home in the future who are watching this on YouTube don't get subjected to people's asinine behavior. You don't see when people do that shit if it somehow slips past the moderation. So I guess we're going to stream on this now. And I'm going to have to figure out for the other one, if I want to keep streaming on a bigger camera, I'm going to have to figure out something else to do with that empty space, because I'm not a big fan of having your picture over part of the game screen. So I got to do something with that. I can't just have a big black column there, you know? But yeah. We made it 2 streams. The reason I stopped streaming with the commentary was because I had people say shit when I was trying to do clips for my channel. And then, I streamed on this for a while, and then I come back and immediately somebody has to act a fool. I will not do cat pictures because cats are terrible human beings. They don't deserve the fame they get now on the internet, and I'm not going to contribute to them getting more. I could do that. Oh, I fucked up. Wait, no, victory. I thought I messed up. Yeah, I thought of doing something where I could like have pictures of different things from the merch store that just kind of cycled through like a PowerPoint, like a slideshow. Or I could do something like that. I've done box art in the past for games where it'll show like a Nintendo box art or whatever. Do I exploit our cats on a weekly basis? In what way do I gain benefits from our cats? An AI chat of quotes. Only let Nightbot quote, or only let Nightbot chat. Do 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 do. Mom doesn't even know Quex was missing. Tisk tisk tisk. Yahoo! I knew it! You saved Quex! I don't really understand it, but I know that Quex's miraculous power and your great courage will allow you to stand up to any challenge. Quex, if you must take a trip, be sure to take this along. It's my very own handmade Band-Aid. Ooh, that rhymes. I know, I'll call it a Hand-Aid. Did you meet Dad? He's sorry he suspected Mr. Eversred of Berglund Park. Glass Tom. Could do Glass Tom. Oh, Quex! Vidoof, thank you so much. You must be the boy who will save the world like in Quex's dream. Quex, I'm sure you'd be a big help to Vidoof. It's not every day a father lets his daughter embark on a journey to save the world. Dad, don't worry about me. Vidoof and I will be able to take care of ourselves. In Threed, the next town, we'll meet another friend. The three of us can combine our power. No one can beat us. Now wipe your eyes, blow your nose, and smile before we take off. This is exactly what Calrea needs to say to her mother every time we go to visit them for the weekend before we leave. Love you, Calrea. Goodbye, Quex. Don't worry, I won't cry anymore. He is going to follow us, though. I mean, to be fair, it's not any better or worse than the parents in every Pokemon game ever, right? Like, oh, you have a fire-breathing dragon pet now. You'll be fine. Good luck with your life. Hello? Vidoof? Everdread is looking for you. He's got something for you. Alright, we got space. Give me 1 second. I know I've only been streaming for about 30 minutes, but I heard the coffee beep just now. I want to grab some coffee so that I'm energetic and happy for the rest of the stream. So in the meantime, I'm going to put up the legendary empty chair BRB screen, and I will be right back. Anyway, so I'm back. There we go. I haven't even shown y'all. Let's see. I gotta do a show and tell. I need to bring back show and tells. I don't have. You see, I've got my ads. I don't have my Earthbound ad up, but I can show this off. Haven't done this on a show and tell for a while. This is a original Series 1 amiibo of Ness from Smash Bros. Unopened in box. This was a present for me. I'm not a big fan of buying people Christmas presents and stuff. I tend to do experiences, but for me, I like to buy myself knickknacks all the time. So that's who we've got on tap today. Just figured I'd show that off while I wait for my coffee to cool a little bit. Hell no. Hell no. That'll never happen. I paid too much. I paid like $80 for that. That was I think my most expensive one. My second most expensive was Mega Man, which I bought this for myself as a present when I hit my speedrun goal in Mega Man 2. And I have that one unopened as well. Yeah. I also have, I guess I'll grab it off the wall. I need to put them up on the wall up here, but I also have there we go. This is my Earthbound advertisement, which, you know, this game, they didn't really advertise this a lot, but I do have this, which is from Nintendo Power. You can see it's got like Nintendo Power and a page number there. You can't really see it because it's yeah. But this is the only Earthbound ad that I have, and it's literally just cut out of a magazine. But yeah, who will save planet Earth from the ravages of the geek? Who will venture through space and time? Who else but you? Flee, Earthlings! It's horrifying, it's horrific, it's horrible. It comes from Japan, home of Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, and Rice. It's scary too, with zombies and aliens and man dicing kitchen implements. It's Earthbound from Nintendo, and it's coming to the Super NES this June. Be prepared to play. Yeah, love it. It's a thing of beauty. I've got it on the wall over in the other corner of my office because this is where my stream setup used to be. So I need to bring back the show and tells. You can see I've got all kinds of fun stuff back here. Unopened Super Mario Anniversary Game & Watch. All sorts of fun things. Back behind that hideous gray blanket there, I actually have a whole shelf of vintage Japanese video game advertisements from the 1980s and early 90s. Philip! Actually, that's what I should be showing off. Y'all have got me going now. Hang on. Hang on. Calray is probably laughing at me. Ha ha! Oh. This is what I should have been showing off the whole time. This is an actual vintage Japanese advertisement from 1994 for Mother 2 for the Super Famicom system, complete with all sorts of fun screenshots, little information about the game and how fun it is. You've even got down at the bottom some telephone numbers for information about the game, depending on what area you live in. Yeah. I have only ever seen one of these for sale on eBay, and this is not the one I own. I found a person who was a collector, and I bought it from him direct without it being posted. It's not the most expensive one I bought, but it's up there. It is up there. Yeah. My most expensive advertisement I ever bought was an original folded advertisement for Mega Man 2, aka Rockman 2, with a stamp on it where somebody physically like stamped the contact information for the store on the pamphlet, and I paid like almost as much as a month's rent on an apartment for that one. It was not a well thought out expenditure, but I love it and it's beautiful. that was my hobby before I started streaming. I was buying those things nonstop. Anyway, the coffee's cooled off and we're ready to continue the game. So I should probably change the stream though. There we go. Boom. I'm a freaking nerd, if you couldn't tell. Mr. Everdred from Berglund Park wants to talk to us. Oh no, it's a Karen, y'all. Dare we battle the Karen? What do you think? Should we do it? Do you think she's going to want to talk to the manager? Yeah, we'll fight the Karen. The cranky lady. Cranky lady's gonna get frozen. Boom. Cranky lady turned back to normal. Okay. Only worth 100 XP. Well, there you go. I was going to ask you to be my partner, but I know you'll refuse. It's written all over your face. If you accept it, I was going to give you some money. Actually, I can't keep the money now anyway. Let me give this to you. It's $10,000. Use the money any way you like. You cannot refuse my generosity. Just accept it. Now I plan on looking for the evil Monty Monty statue the liar exaggerate unearthed in Onet. I'll see you in another time, in another space. Quack's got the wad of bills. Well, that's better. So, you're with a girl today. You must be pretty popular. How about introducing her to my bandmate? She's right there. Hey, you came with Quacks. Then you deserve a present, Playboy. Here's a backstage pass. You can get into our shows with this. Quack's got the backstage pass. With that backstage pass, you can even get into our dressing room. Come with your girlfriend. We'll be waiting. Alrighty. Bum 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 bum. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. So who here would love to see a remake of this game in the same style as Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Switch? I think that would be freaking adorable. Get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say Fuzzy Pickles. That was a goofy face. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. If you want to see Poochie Fudd, the manager, right through this door, please. Runaway 5 owe me a lot of money. I'll stay here until they pay me back. They might be here for 100 years unless you decide to pay off their debt. Pardon? You want to talk about money? How about later, after the show, even if we're talking big bucks? I've got definite rules about how I handle my money matters. Money matters, sorry. Money matters. Not money manners. Here you go. Hurry, you're just in time to see the Runaway 5 show. Well, well, I got a little kid here talking to me like he's an adult. I'll give you one thing, you got guts, kid. My boyfriend lost the ticket I gave him. He's waiting outside the entrance. He's got butterfingers, but he's nice. I just farted. Sorry. Okay. Stay close to the stage. Sometimes I get sweat or spit on me from the Runaway 5. Seeing the Runaway 5 on stage is my life. La 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 la. I just love ragtime. La la me me. I'm tone deaf. My daughter brought me here. Fa la la me. Change my clothes now. Don't come in. Go backstage, but I don't have a pass. I'm sure security will stop me. Hey, really? You have a pass? I can't believe it. Can you take me with you? Please, please, please. I can pose as your sister. Yeah? This rocks. Let's go. Oh, my heart is pounding. Oh, groupie. Well, yeah, in the old days, there was lots of dancers and acts at this theater, except now we're the only act playing here. We've even gone into debt here, so we're pretty near stuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. The folks of Tucson will enjoy the Runaway 5 show for quite a few years, it looks like to me. Shabba-doo-wop, diddly-dee-da. Got those debt blues if I had $10,000. Don't try to use your play money here, kid. Oh my gosh. That's not real money, is it? Wow. Yeah. Well, hello. You got cash and some nice stuff to boot. Okay. No problem here. Hey, you get to see our show, you lucky kid. I hope you pay attention. I want some bread. I need the coinage. Want more dough all the time. I wrote the lyrics to most of the Runaway 5 songs. Money, that's what I want. Money, that's what is hot. Money, that's what I want. Money is what we ain't got except freedom, freedom. Freedom is what we've really sought. You said you want bread? I have a croissant. Oh, never mind. Sucks to suck. No croissant for you. All right, everybody be quiet. The Runaway 5 are starting. Everybody's left their tables for some reason. Yeah, that's right. Tonight you got the Chaos Theater Soul Men coming at ya. Rocking and rolling live on this here stage for a limited time only. The world's greatest bluesmen, the Runaway 5. And here they come. Oh yeah, baby. All right. Woo! Good job, Runaway 5. Hello, Leo. You got the Unga Bunga armor. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. I'm happy for you. Welcome in, Leo. Oh, Havelset. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Come in quick. Don't be shy. Oh, God, I saw everything. So, what do you think? You want to see one more show? No. So, our sound is too much for you, right? I figured as much. Oh, let's turn this back down. Unga Bunga. That's the horny hammer, right? Mr. Poochie the manager, is looking for you. I wonder what he wants. The bonk stick. We give him the bonk, and we give him the stick. Oh, pardon me. Guess I lost my ticket, so now I can't get in. The ticket counter at the department store was even sold out. Yeah, the dragon tooth. It's good. It's a good weapon. It's a good weapon. I never used it because I'm bad at games, but you know. Yipes! You surprised me. Now I'm not sure what to do. Got the money, of course, and now the Runaway 5 are free to leave. I got no complaints now that I have my money. Well, what do you know? This little nipper took us from a nightmare to a dream. Ow! This means we can get out of this dump. I'm a good driver. Come on, I'll show you. All right, let's move on to the next town. I'm sure our old hunk of junk will get us there. Yeah, Black Knight weapons are much better. I didn't make a spectacle of myself, did I? You ever notice this guy is just Pokey's dad with a palette swap? The Runaway 5 are free to leave. Let's go to Threed. Our tour bus is too loud for any ghosts to bother us. You want to ride? Oh yeah, let's go. Get on the bus. For some reason, the word runaway is backwards. So that would be the Yawaner. Yawaner. You know Yawaner. Hey, sidewalk, get out of my way. That is pretty good though, Leah. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, he's actually impossible to defeat the first time you find him, Leo. So now that you've got him in his home, you can kill him. He's just really difficult. The paladin armor that you get in the catacombs is probably the best defense against his ridiculous curse abilities. Yeah. The invisible walkways suck. I hate them. I'm ashamed to say that at one point me and Megami had those things pretty much memorized, and we didn't even need prism stones. We'd just run through them. Looks like we have to say goodbye for now. This town seems pretty gloomy, but I'm sure you can light up the place with your own little brand of sunshine. Hope to see you again sometime. Look for us to be singing at some theater in Forside. Alrighty. How can we defeat the zombies? Oh, I just don't know. The zombies are slowly advancing towards the tent. Everyone, I repeat, the zombies are on the move. I'm glad you're going to help us, but you're pretty young. Why don't we get all the zombies in this tent and then set it on fire? We may all get munched before we have a chance to do anything. I'm so scared of the zombies, I spend all of my time running from them. I can't even get home. This town seems very dark, right? The people are mostly living at the center of town. I wonder how we should get the town back from the zombies. There's a rumor there's an underground path at the edge of the graveyard that takes you somewhere. When you get through the path, you'll meet a dirty, stinky, ugly, powerful monster. I wet my pants just thinking about it. Headquarters of the Zombie Relief Corps is in the circus tent at the center of town. We want to crush the zombies, except I think they'll crush us. I saw a suspicious woman talking with the zombies around here. Yeah, they're not too terrible. Once you understand what's going on. One night stay is 120 dinero. Okay. Sir, are you going out? The guest newspapers that were delivered to the hotel today are different than normal. The paper is called the Zombie Herald. I'm scared, but let me tell you what is in it. Destroy the humans, hold the town for our glory, and for the glory of our master. Okay. Oh, good 10 XP for Quex. Okay. Let's get Escargot Express to come here. Is that you, Vidoof? Big bro, it's me, Tracy. I'm working part-time for Escargot. What can I do for you? Pick up. Pick up! Like pro gamer strat, hashtag hamstrat, is to just run the catacombs immediately at the start of a new game. You can actually do a pretty significant sequence break by going into the catacombs. There's a spot where if you have enough health, you can do a roll and just skip the entire catacombs and end up down at the bottom, and then very quickly kill the boss that's at the bottom of the catacombs. And then if you know your way through the giant's tomb, you can run that as well in the dark. You don't need a lantern. It's just helpful. Hello, this is Escargot Express. Delivery charge is 18. You can cover the bill. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we want him to take the Mr. Baseball cap. And we want him to take the backstage pass. And we want him to take the hand aid. So, I believe, I'm always a little iffy on the sequence here, but I believe what we need to do is go over here and check with these guys guarding the tunnel. Oh, the lag is god-awful in this part of the game. Oh, it's just the one bug? Oh, nope, there's another one. The no-good fly and its cohort. Not my guts! Sci-Fire B. I knew it had to be coming soon, so that's good. Hi, guys. He stares into your soul. He looks you over. That's an item. Well, let's see here. There's an insecticide spray. Vidoof takes it. Ah, I knew it was an enemy. Jerk. Hey, Kale, welcome in. How you doing? How are you this fine day? Ooh, hey, honey. Let me talk to you. Hey, girl. Just chilling. Twitch stream and chill. I want to test something. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Never mind. The defeatus of the alien fetus? No, we are nowhere close to the alien fetus defeatus. We're about to go cookie farming in Winters. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to do the cookie farming. Because last time I ran this game, I spent an entire session just farming cookies to sell to get the T-Rex bat in Winters. And it was super helpful, but it also kind of killed the flow of the stream. So I think we're going to just play normally. Oh, you're losing consciousness. What could be the fate of Vidoof and his friend? Also, welcome in, Darth Terrell. How you doing? The door is locked. I'm calling out to you who I've never met. I'm calling our friend who we've never met. Sauna! Sauna! We need your help. I am Quex, and I'm with another friend, Vidoof. We are trying to contact you. Only way to be. I don't know about that, but I'm glad to hear it. Winters, a small country to the north. See, it works because Rocket Sauna is from Canada, and Canada is also snowy. Snowwood boarding house. I am Quex, and I am with another friend, Vidoof. We are trying to contact you. If you hear me, please wake up and head south. Only you, though far away, can save us, Sauna. Please hear my call and begin heading south. Sauna, you are a friend who we've never met, but you are a little bit my tongue. But you are our one and only hope. Sauna, I just dreamt that you and I were taking a walk. What's wrong? Sauna, where are you going in the middle of the night? You know the dorm rules, right? If you get caught, you'll get punished big time. What's wrong, Sauna? All right, there must be some reason that I don't understand. I won't stop you. But it's dangerous to leave without taking anything along. Hey, I think there's some stuff in the locker room you should get. I'll help you get out of here. Tony joined you. Oh no, it's Tony! Tony. Tony aspires to be a member of the Hunters Guild in in Voltage Genesis. If you're going outside, stop by and say hi to Maxwell before you leave. He always looks out for the younger students. He's still working hard in the lab downstairs. I'm so sleepy. Tony's birthday party is tomorrow. I hand-decorated each cookie to pass out at the party tomorrow. You know what? I'm not going to steal Tony's cookies. I'm going to be a good friend. I'm not going to ruin his birthday. I'll be a good friend. Oh, Sana and Tony, you startled me. Are you looking for a late-night snack? Having some trouble with my project. If only Sana's father, Dr. Andonuts, were here. He'd be able to provide a great deal of help. I heard he's an astounding person. He was the first leader of our Ultra Science Club. Blah, 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 blah. I heard he's greater than Einstein or Heisenberg, a drug dealer. Rumor has it he's also very strange. If you're heading to the locker room, take this key along. It's a little bent, though. Sana got the key to the locker. If you leave, call me and I'll record your adventure. It's like saving a game. The key is bent and doesn't fit. The key didn't work, did it? I thought that might be the case, so I just invented the machine that opens doors, especially when you have a slightly bad key. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sana got the bad key machine. If you are Dr. Andonut's son, you should be able to repair small tools and make them useful. Just try to keep a positive attitude. Okay. So, goods. Broken air gun. Nice. Who are you talking to? I don't know. Pop gun. Nothing in the locker. This one is locked. Holmes hat. Alrighty. So this is the B&E machine. Alright. Well, I got the pop gun. Got the hat. We're ready. Hey, Deep. How's it going? Whole lot of nothing. Hope you're doing great. Just doing a little bit of Earthbound. About to bust out of prison, aka school. Okay, now use me as a step and climb over the gate. Well, I'll say goodbye for now. I don't know where you're going or why, but remember, we're best friends forever. Yeah, okay, deuces, nerd. Drugstore, best friend. Yeah! So. Bye. So this is what I usually save up. So cookies sell for $3 each. That's a lot of cookies. It's a guaranteed drop from the the crows, but it's still a long time that it takes. I mean, it's, you know, even if you fix up the little broken items and sell those, you sell the big bottle rocket. It's still a lot of money. I mean, it's like 200 crows that you got to kill. So no, we're not going to do that. Monkey at the entrance. Take the monkey. He's really noisy. If you buy a pack of bubble gum, you can have it for free. Otherwise, it'll cost you $1. So, do you want him? Give me some gum. Hell yeah, Deep. I will be here. Thank you for being here, too. Bubble Monkey joins you. Continue. Oof. Get wrecked. I hit him so hard the game froze. Runaway dog became tame. And I think those sell for like $4, so not much better. Nice. Get him, monkey. Fuck him up. Good shit. Tame animals have become wild. Something evil is going on. I would love some tea. Got him. Runaway dog defeated. Another 4 XP. Ha! Surprise! Oh. Oh no, the gruff goat's gonna tear into me. Gruff goat became tame. 20 XP. Hell yeah. Alright, got that. I feel like we should probably go up to about level 5 or 6 before we advance. I know the last time I played this, I actually got to the point where I fought a few of the cavemen, and I actually got strong enough that I could kill the cave boys 1v1 on the back end of this area. And I was leveling up super crazy fast. Like, I think Jeff was like as high a level as Bidoof would be, or Ness would be, by the time I finished. That's a level. Runaway dog became tame. Oh, baby! Groovy! Groovy! As long as he doesn't get a crit, we should be okay. Immediately. Doesn't get a crit, but he tore into me. He tore into me! He did damage. He did heavy damage. Heavy damage. 24. So, a dog and a goat. Oh, look at that useless butterfly up there. Give me 1 second, y'all. This camera light is bugging me a little bit. Let's get it. Time for sippies. Little banana bourbon for you, Schlangy. This is, we're drinking Howlerhead Bourbon, which is a banana flavored bourbon. Fairly new in my area. Not bad. Not something that I can drink all the time, but it's nice to sip on occasionally. I would rather not fight the crows because the crows steal your food and they're bastards. But the dogs and the goats I'm fine with. 39 damage. Interesting. The bottle is pretty cool looking too, honestly. When they first started selling it, they started selling it at just one ABC store near me, and I was like, okay, I better, like, I bought a sample bottle of it as a joke. I bought 2 sample bottles, one for me and one for Calrea, and then we tasted it, and I was like, ooh, this is actually good. So I bought several bottles of it to kind of like keep, because it was only at that one store in our area, and I was like, okay, this is probably not going to last very long. And now they've started carrying it at multiple other locations. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be around for a while. So I feel a little less of a need to like hoard it, so to speak. I would love some tea. Sip, sip, sip. 12 XP. But yeah. How are we doing on the camera? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. We gotta get our hits in while we can, because once we get to the next area, we won't have our monkey anymore. It'll just be us. So. Ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Get that monkey off my back. No, I need it. He's doing decent damage. He's doing a lot better damage than the dog was at the start of the game. Definitely better than Pokey or Picky. But yeah, I guess we should probably keep on keeping on, huh? What a cute little monkey. Would you like a piece of gum? Maybe monkeys don't like gum. You're right. We're here at Lake Tess, waiting to see Tessie. We are known as the Tessie Watching Club. Cook for the Tessie Watching Club. How about some stew? No, there's no need to pay me. Working through the night, you fixed the broken spray can. It became the defense spray. Hell yeah. Pretty sure that's a one-time use item. Get out of my way. Okay. Not gonna lie, it feels weird to just be like going and not spending hours and hours and hours here. Get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Fuzzy Pickles. Give me some gum now. I'll take care of everything. And then the monkey started blasting. Fuzzy Pickles! Sorry, yawning. I was teaching a class today, talked all day, very tiring. So, hence the coffee. I was teaching a class for people who answer appeals for inmate disciplinary issues for the state prison. I work for the state prison system in inmate discipline, and I was basically teaching people how to like review charges and the expectations set forth in procedure for appeals writers and that kind of thing. It's very interesting for some people, and it's totally boring for everyone else. Not like math or science. Nothing fun. Adult education. But this is my last week in that job. I'm going to be starting a new job next Monday. And I'll probably, hopefully, do some more training in the future. But in the short term, I won't be having to do any more training for a while after this. So, should be good. Splangy's not, like, that's not the answer I expected. That is not the answer I expected from him. Uh-oh. A monk. No, not a monk. A mouse. A moose. Not a moose. A mouse. Don't bite me! Oh, bastard. 34 XP. Oh, good trade. Fought the mouse, used a bread roll, got a bread roll. Sure, let's do this. Alrighty. Oh, I got you. That's a rough job. Working in the prisons. I work in administration. I don't work in the actual prisons. So it's stressful, but it's not like physically dangerous. But props to your family for being able to do that. I could not. I've been with the agency for 9 years in May, and I could never work in an institution. I don't have it in me, so. Insecticide spray. Broken iron. I think that turns into the slime generator, if I'm not mistaken. Which is like a free paralysis spell. So these guys can actually do some damage. Mad Duck. When they actually choose to hit you. Pretty sure there's a weapon upgrade somewhere in here. At least I thought there was. A worthless protoplasm. Somebody drank all the beer. Oh. Well, I'm sorry that that happened to you, Splangy, but I appreciate you being here and chatting. Should you choose to return, I'm going to be streaming for another 2.5 to 3 hours, most likely. Otherwise, I will be back on Wednesday with more Elden Ring with Megami Mori, and I will do my best not to be a ragey boy. So, yeah. Have a good one. And we do still need to talk about tournaments. Event planning stuff. See, I got to talking about bourbon, and Splangy was like, I need a little bit of that good as well. I got to get me some of that. Stun gun? Too much stuff? I disagree. Nice. Are there any enemies that actually like respawn in here? Or no? Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're just single encounters done. Maybe it was too easy? My name's Brickroad, the dungeon developer. I've devoted my life to making dungeons. Well, by combining my skill and Dr. Andanut's intelligence, I can become Dungeon Man, the first combination of human and dungeon in history. Let's meet again once I have become Dungeon Man. Would you like to get a good night's rest? Sure. Doodly doodly doo doo. Take care. Come back again. Nice. That's a level. Nice. That's a level. Thank you for the splats, splash ins, drop ins, whatever you want to call them. Thank you for them, Calrea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Got him. Okay. Duckies! Da 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 da. 101 XP. Da 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 da. It's almost to another level. It's raining duckies. Hallelujah, it's raining duckies. There you go. Get me a for Christmas, if you're looking for something for me, or if you want my mom to get something for me, Calrea, get me a big bag of rubber duckies that I can use in my bathtub streams. That would be a nice, fun, fairly inexpensive gift. Just give me a big ass bag of rubber duckies. That'll make me happy. A hamburger. Something in my eye. It's bothering me. Ah, sorry, y'all. Oh, yeah, we'll fight the slugs. That'll be a level up. Thank you so much for the lurk, Philip Schneider. I hope the day is treating you as well as a day can treat you, and that you will enjoy my shenanigans tonight on Earthbound. Oh, this cave is moist. You see the puddles? It's a moist cave, y'all. Nope. Nope. There we go. I just wasn't feeling it. Oh, Lord, please don't hit me with mushrooms, you bastard. Please don't scatter spores around. Alright. Strutting evil mushroom. No. Yes. No. No, it does not. As long as you play it after you beat Rings of Power. You gotta beat Rings of Power first, though. There's actually a lot of people that had never played this until it was released on the Switch. Funnily enough, I actually had a bad experience with a streamer, like a bigger streamer one time, because right around the time this game and then something else came out. I can't remember what the... I understand. Right around the time Earthbound came out on the Switch, there was another game that came out as well. Was like Phasmophobia or something like that? Some newer game. But like everybody in creation was playing this other game. And I saw that there was a guy I'd never heard of before playing Earthbound. And he had like 250 people watching him. And I came in and I was like, hey, how's it going? I really love this game. Da, 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 da. And I'm watching him play. And he was at the part where you're fighting the cultists. And he's playing, and as he's playing, you know, I'm chatting a little bit, and he makes a comment to the effect of like, no, I'm not playing game A because I feel like everybody else is playing it right now, and I want to play something else. And he had said earlier that this was his first time playing Earthbound, which, you know, came out in like 1994. So he made that comment, and I was like, "Lol," says the guy playing Earthbound for the first time the week it released on Switch or something. And he got like super offended and accused me of being a gatekeeper. And people were like actually attacking me in the stream, like calling me a POS and telling me to get the fuck out. And I was like, "Oh, I was making a joke." I was like, I really don't care what game you play, dude. I was making a joke. And he's like, I don't know, dude. It didn't seem like a joke. It just seems like a really weird hill to die on, gatekeeping Earthbound. And I was like, okay. Yeah, like I literally, like, he said it and he was like, no, I'm not playing such and such game because everybody's playing it just because it just came out. And I was like, didn't Earthbound just come out like a week ago and you've never played it before? But now you're playing it on the Switch. And he was like, I can't remember exactly how I worded it. It wasn't mean in any way. I was just like, I thought it was funny. I was like, you know, ironic. And he was like, oh, you want to gatekeep me? Fuck you. Like, a wild, sussy, foxy floof. Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, I said, I tell you what, man, you got like 2,000 followers. You don't need me. And they just unfollowed him and left. It wasn't a big deal for me. I thought it was funny. I told Aeon about it at the time. I was like, I went in Aeon's stream and was like, hey guys, I just got called a gatekeeper. And they were like, what? I like literally started streaming because I wanted to play retro games and like get people to play retro stuff. So I think I'll ask her for a date. Hello, Sammy. How you doing? Some people, Leo, get butthurt. They get butthurt over silly things. And when you're butthurt, sometimes you react in a way that's not appropriate. You gatekeeping me, bro? Yeah, so just remember, if anybody out there, if you have not played if you never played Earthbound prior to the year 2000, you are never allowed to play it. You are not allowed. You are restricted by the phenomenal sir. And if anybody asks you why, you tell them I said you can't play this game because you missed the bus. In only a few seconds, this machine fully revitalizes you, just like a good night's sleep. Yeah, I honestly, the biggest streamer that I watch would probably be Retro Island Gaming, Gray Skull, and Aeon Aegis. Those are the three really big streamers that I watch. Mr. Brickroad, the dungeon maker, referred you, right? Not only that, what? Who? My son? Oh, I can't believe it. You're Sauna, my son. It's been maybe 10 years since I last saw you. I'm so glad you're such a healthy boy. Those glasses look good on you. How about a donut? Sure. Well, I was also only offering. I'd also like a donut right about now. Have you already checked out Stonehenge? Yes. Well, at least I asked. Okay. By the way, why are you here? Oh, I see. That girl named Quex must have sensed I was here. Okay, I'll try to help you out. I'm making a phase distorter that can connect 2 points in space and time. It's still incomplete. I'll let you use another invention I call the Sky Runner. It's a little bit old, but it'll certainly help. When you board, always listen for the message that comes from your destination. You'll get there for sure if you listen to the message. The round machine over there is the Sky Runner. What do you think? Isn't it neat? Get in. Let's get together again in 10 years ago. Sure thing, Dad. Uh, 1994, Philip, is when it came out. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then I guess you just never are allowed to play it. You know? Should have been born sooner. Maybe if you were more of a go-getter. I could see Aeon becoming partner if he stuck to a schedule. What happened? It's not moving. Hey, why don't you try pressing the button on the controller? Aeon has actually blown up really quickly. Like, in all seriousness, when I started following Aeon, it was in March of 2020, and he had like 300 or 400 followers, and he's over 2,000 now. That's insane. I've gained 500 followers in the time it took him to gain 1,500. Like, as far as like blowing up goes, I'm pretty sure Aeon is in the process of blowing up. Yeah. And it was really funny because I started following Aeon like in the first week of Mega March. So for the first month I followed him, all he did was play Mega Man games, and he never plays Mega Man games except for in March. Like normally he plays other stuff. So it was really funny because like I started following him because he was playing Mega Man, and I just really liked him. I thought he was a cool guy. And I wanted to like learn from him as a streamer, and then after a month, he just completely shifted to like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. Okay. Da-ding. Da-ding. Get back in your box. Oh yeah, give me that sweet lurk. All right, come on. Let's not drag this out. Boom! Man, oh man, did that ever scare me? The Skyrunner. Guess it took a little damage while landing. Oh well. You don't have to explain a thing. I'm Sauna. I came because you called me. I'm not very strong. I'm really nearsighted, kind of shy, and I tend to be a little reckless. This is just the way I am. Hope you want me to be your friend, okay? All right, let's get back to the journey then. Sauna joined you. It's impossible to fix for now. All right, so before we set off on the next leg of our adventure, I'm going to step away for a minute, get a refill because I've finished my coffee, grab some water, and I will be right back. Splangy, are you back from your beer run, or have you not been able to tear yourself away yet? Either way, happy to see you. Happy to see those empty chairs. The door is locked. Dennis, do you want to be famous? Y'all, we got a celebrity in our midst. Hang on. Come here. Ugh. This is Dennis. Dennis is enormous, and he's begging me for food because he's a butt. Hello, Dennis. He's begging. He's a big old boy. He's purring. He looks angry, but that's just his normal face. He has resting bitch face. I'm not going to say who he learned that from. I'm not going to say who he learned it from. Yeah. You got to go talk to your mother if you want to eat. I don't feed you. You said it, not me. Anyway, so we've got the bad key machine, so we're going to use it, right? And the door opened. It's true. Me, I was a cool ass baby. I've seen the one of you when you did your softball photo and you were like, but I've never seen like baby photos of you, Calrea. Don't enter. Alrighty. So, we now have Jeff in our party. People running away from us. No, I've never seen RBF, Calrea, baby. People used to call me evil, but these zombies are much more scary. I left my wife and kids at home to escape to this tent. That's how scary the zombies are. Frankly, I'm running scared. I don't mean that I actually run around. I just mean I'm frightened. Conditions in the town are getting worse. Oh, hang on. We gotta go find... So this guy is like the black market arms dealer. Shh, don't talk too loud. What do you want? So, fun thing. I didn't plan this way, but I'm just now realizing that this guy gives off a real Nathan vibe from Voltage Genesis, where he's always like hiding out in a back corner or somewhere, and he's like, "Shh, don't tell anybody I'm here." I just realized that's a thing. If you go back and watch the games that I played as a kid, you can definitely see the inspirations that led to me making Voltage Genesis. 100%. This is not something that just came out of the thin air. This is something that I developed over time. I developed it from my childhood. I don't regret it. Yes. So, teenage years, quick in and out. Well, that does happen. Bye. Yes. Yes. Yes! Give me the bottle rockets! Okay. And the drugstore is over here. A whole store just for drugs? America. Plain old garbage. Too bad. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just man up and just I'm gonna just go for it. We can buy stuff when we get to Saturn Valley. Bum 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 bum. There's a tent here. I'm only telling you this because you look like you're just passing through. The truth is, I work for the monsters. The humans seem to be losing, so I'm on the zombie side for my own protection. Their leader likes fly honey. He makes his followers collect it. You know, bees make bee honey, flies make fly honey. Zombie leader is strong because he always eats peanut butter and fly honey sandwiches. I got lots of fly honey stored in the tent to the south. I'll deliver it to the zombie leader soon. Uh-oh. The boogie tent. Eat big bottle rocket. Oh, it's quite a hit. You make big noise. You make weird noises. Sauna got smart as shit, y'all. Boom. Look at that. IQ, IQ, IQ. IQ up by 3. Hell yeah. Well, let's see here. There's a jar of fly honey inside. Vidoof takes it. Shway-nay-nay-nay. Uh-oh. It's a ventriloquist dummy. How close would you say a ventriloquist dummy is to a clown in terms of terror for you, Calrea? Smiling Sam needs to stop. There we go. Okay. We killed him. Never mind. They're both fucking creepy. That's fair. It's a tiny human with a hand up his butt. What? I just don't know. This weird object was flying around, crashed in the graveyard. Let's see. All right. So we did that. Can't even get home. Aren't we supposed to get, aren't we supposed to get zombie paper? Oh, there it goes. This is Apple Kid. I just wanted to let you know I finished a pretty unique invention. Not sure if it will help you or not. It's called zombie paper, and it can be used to trap zombies. Works kind of like fly paper. All you need to do is place the paper on the floor of a tent or something. You've seen at least one tent around, right? And then the zombies get stuck to the paper when they move around inside. You can catch a lot of zombies this way. In fact, I bet you could get rid of all the zombies that are terrorizing the area with this paper. Anyway, I asked the mock pizza delivery man to deliver the paper to you, Vidoof. You should get it pretty soon. I've never actually seen a zombie, but if there really are any, zombie paper would be very useful. I'll be calling you if I come up with anything else. Well, thank you, Deus Ex Machina. Hey, one of my favorite people. How you doing, Divide? How's the night treating you? While delivering pizza, this weird guy asked me to help him out. He wanted me to deliver this to someone named Vidoof, who is wandering around Threed. No one else knows about this, right? Let's just pretend that you're Vidoof, and I'll give this to you. Oh, hello, Vidoof. Just go along with me on this one, okay? I made the decision that you're Vidoof, no matter what. Pretty good, cooking dinner? What you having? Are we invited? How is the boss? Queck's got the zombie paper. That's right, Vidoof. I've done my duty and given you Apple Kid's thingamajig. Well, goodbye. Spicy pasta. Nice. I kind of had spicy pasta tonight. You want to know what I had for dinner? Hang on. It's like spicy pasta. It's a noodle. It's spicy. It's a carbohydrate. We should try zombie paper or some kind of trap. We have to do something. They are very good. Dennis, what are you doing? You're about 10 minutes late to see Sir Pouncy. Divide. Sir Pouncy was on camera earlier. Hey, buddy. Divide by Zeros has a cat that looks almost identical to Dennis. What? What? I'm not feeding you. No. Go talk to your mother. He's standing up on his hind legs like, please, please. Calrea, you gotta feed these cats. He's starving to death. He's hurting. Please, Calrea. Please. Feed these cats. You're almost an hour late. You're an hour late. He's wasting away. Sir, you're working hard even though you're young. The guest newspapers that were delivered to the hotel today are different than normal. Paper's called the Zombie Herald. I'm scared, but let me tell you what is in it. Boogie Tent Falls, young human to blame. Yeah, I notice how one is bothering me nonstop. He's literally standing on his hind legs being like, eh, eh. I don't know why they're bothering me because I only feed them like once a week, but I guess maybe they think I like them more than you do. I don't know. Maybe they love me more. I don't know. Yuck! We got a lot of zombies. It's really gross. Poor zombies. I was able to arrest many zombies because of your help. We did it! Did you look in the tent? Haha! We taught those stupid zombies a lesson. Did I? I don't think I did. I'll blame you after my death. I think it'd still get me. I don't care what happens to anyone else. I just want to save my own skin. He's like that guy on what is it? What is the Korean zombie film on the train? He's like that guy. I'll blame you for the rest of my life. Could you help me? Maybe not. I don't care if I pass away. Ha! I'm dead already. I hope someone comes up with pretty girl paper. Oh no! Because then they'll get stuck! Oh no! That's where the meme came from! Oh no! Earthbound was the start of the entire I'm stuck stepbro meme, y'all. He was like, I hope they have pretty girl paper so they get stuck. Oh, this is a problem. Pretty girls are gonna get stuck. Oh no. I'm sorry, Calrea. I'm sorry I cut you deep there. I still love you. Oh, well, almost got me. There we go. Wee. The zombie possessor. Awesome. Nightbot tried to quote, but it did not go. It no go. Nightbot, please. Ta-da! Skip sandwich DX inside. Hell yeah. Nightbot, no quote found. Uh-oh. Did Nightbot just die? The day the Nightbot died. There appears to be a problem, y'all. Yeah, I know. It's broken. Yeah, sorry. Nightbot's not happy with us. No! Hang on. the quotes are still there. They just need to be. It just needs to be updated, Calrea. It's just having an issue with the app right now. Ta-da! A silver bracelet. Not the whales. Oh shit. Well, we fighting some ghosts, y'all. Tiny little ghost is attacking. Boom, baby. Get wrecked. Oh, baby. Very nice. You're. Since you had fly honey, I considered you a friend. But actually, you're just a commoner. I am the mortal enemy of your kind. Oh. Mini Barf attacked. Well, if you come across a tiny pile of barf in a cave, you know what you're supposed to do? Freeze it. Eh. Aw. Aw. You're right. And bottle rocket. Poof. Poof. Correct. So as long as we just keep using freeze. Oh, never mind. He gets to attack. He burped on me. I guess we'll give him another bottle rocket. There we go. Mini Barf defeated. $24. Very nice. $40. Maximum HP went up by 40. Holy shit. I wanted to get your fly honey and gulp it down. Master Belch and I love fly honey. You are good. And then he's dead. Does it squirt? No. You must have a long, tough road ahead of you, do you not? No, there's no need to explain. I already know. You must be hungry. This is good timing for you. I happen to be carrying something to eat. A village with many interesting people just ahead. You should go there and visit. Okay. There we go. Should probably do a duck out and duck back in and get another, Hey, Hesh Valentine! How's it going, buddy? Long time no... I won't say long time no see. Long time no stream and see. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're playing some Earthbound. We just defeated a mini barf, and we are on our way to fight Master Belch, the slave master of Saturn Valley. Medium time no see. This is true. It's been like 4 days. Ugh. I am possessed by a ghost. That's a crappy encounter. On the scale of JRPGs where I have to play as a child, how does this compare to Chrono Trigger? Chrono Trigger is a 3 out of 10, and this is an 8. The only complaint that I have had and ever will have about Earthbound is the inventory management system feels unnecessarily cumbersome. It is... I had never seen another inventory system worse than this game until I played Sweet Home, which, in its defense, came out like 8 years before this on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And somebody on the Earthbound dev team played Sweet Home because they are very similar. Earthbound is better than Sweet Home, but other than that, other than Sweet Home, this is the worst inventory I've ever seen in a game. Besides that, I love it. No complaints. This is actually one of my top 10 games. If you go on my Rank 1 profile, which is linked down below somewhere, I've got a list of my top 10 games. This is on my top 10. I would consider this probably like my third favorite RPG of all time. I think it's a very good game. I think that the game suffered from people just not knowing how to market it. I wish that it had been marketed better so that there were more games in the series, but in a weird way, I'm also glad it wasn't, because I would hate to think what like Mother 14 would look like and how it would ruin the nostalgia of this one. Have you never played this one before, Hash? If you've never played this game before, I highly recommend it. You will never play another RPG like this. And it's not super long. You can beat it in about, first playthrough, 25 to 30 hours. I think my last playthrough of this was around 20. So not crazy long for a JRPG. Not the shortest one out there, but not crazy long either. You should definitely play it. It is on the Nintendo Switch. It is on the Super Nintendo mini console. It is very easy to find on our ROM. It's a really good game. I'm about 6 hours in now. Dawsember this month? How is that different from like every other month for you though? Just saying. Yeah, this is a very good game. I know it's not quite your normal speed, but it is amazing. That's true. You do play other old ass computer games. not just DOS. That's fair. So much Commodore 64. So much. So much Commodore 64 jank. Speaking of 64 jank, I'm thinking I'm going to start doing some N64 games after the new year. The month of January is going to be like my month of remembrance, where I go back and play all the stuff I started out streaming. But once that's over, February, I'm going to start introducing more N64 games into the rotation. So, it should be fun. This is probably one of the weirder parts of this game, Hesh. It's a weird game, but this is probably one of the weirder parts, so. We feel groove! Hi-ho, me Mr. Saturn. This place, all are Mr. Saturn. Never. Never. Do you want slumber? KO. I got a pretty good list of 64 games that I plan to play, though. Including some that I've never played before, like Quest 64, Robotron 64, stuff like that. I'm Dr. Saturn Zoom, and I can repair your body. Boing. Do you want me to operate on you? Ding. You all fixed up. Goody boing. Thank you, Mr. Saturn. Does it? I've literally never even seen it played. Once upon a time, we were many, every day, slowly or less. Why? Boing. He's kind of like halfway between Pee Wee Herman and Yoda. There's a rust promoter inside. That's what I've heard. We look like same. I give you special thing. Not now. Soon. I give you on the way back. Boing. Bit later. Get out of the way. Stupid. I'd have to look at my list and see what all I plan to play. Let's see. 64. That's the profile. But Beetle Adventure Racing, Banjo Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing. We've got, what are the other? GoldenEye, of course. Jet Force Gemini, which I never played. Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Ocarina of Time. Mario Kart 64, Mega Man 64, Mischief Makers, Mystical Ninja Goemon, which Philip Schneider will be super happy about. Ogre Battle 64, maybe. It's a long game, I know, but maybe. Paper Mario, I think, was in 64, the original Paper Mario. Pokemon Snap, Quest 64. Robotron 64. Space Station Silicon Valley. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer and Star Wars Rogue Squadron are both going to be in May for May the Force Be With You. Smash Bros. Yoshi's Story. So I got some good ones that I'm planning to play. 60 hit mega combo. That's why I said maybe. Yoda is Pee Wee Herman. Changed my mind. Well, for anybody here who is not subscribed, you are about to embark on a 60-second journey into the land of paid advertising. I hope to see you all when you return. And for those of you who are subscribed, you're just going to stay. You're just going to stay. So, thank you for that, Kale, as always. Welcome to the Automatic Teller Machine. Okay. Hi, you come buying? You can sell too. I'm Mr. Saturn, boing. Can do all for you. What do you want, Zoom? Sell me things at me, boing? Yes. Sell you things at you, boing, indeed. I'm not going to keep doing the voice. It's starting to wear on me a little bit. Hey, Faminator, how you been? Long time no see. Hope your life has been treating you well. We are playing some good old Earthbound. Good times all around. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you think? Bionic Slingshot. No, thank you. Silver Bracelet. Red Ribbon. Yes. Yes. No slingshots for me, thanks. Great Charm. I'll do Great Charms for both. It's only one more point of defense, but it does increase your agility just a small amount, so we'll take it. And I don't think Sauna's even wearing anything on that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Buy. Silver Bracelet. This is our first major equipment upgrade. So. Okay. Yes. No. Okay. And I think we'll buy one. I'm doing good, Faminator. Thank you. We're playing one of our top 10 games. One of my favorite JRPGs of all time. Just a great game in general. The Horn of Life. Blowing the Horn of Life. It's been a while. Give it to Vidoof. No. We're gonna deposit. There we go. This kid's got more money than me in his bank account. So we're going to do a little bit of leveling in this next dungeon. Not a crazy amount, but there are some really, really easy kill enemies in here that you really can't not fight. 3 to zombie full. I saw a bad stink behind falls. Okay. I believe you. Lots of friends behind falls. Why? Why? Boing. We gotta get the password from one of these little goobers. I need to get a Mr. Saturn plushie. I know that they exist. Base. Secret. Base behind Grapefruit Falls. Password. I tell. Belchman say password. Then stand still. Wait for 3 minutes. Scary, scary guy, boing. Grapefruit Falls. Scary. Sick, barfy. Go and la la la. Ding. Scary. Okay. So I think that the Mr. Saturns are like a hive mind or something, right? Like, otherwise there's no way that they could survive given their individual levels of intelligence. I would think. Sudden guts pill, sorry. Protractor is trash. Broken spray can. Let's see. So the protractor is useless. Don't know why these exist. You can even use this during battle. Can be used many times. I don't know what purpose it serves, so. Broken spray can. Okay. Once upon a time, we were many, many. Every day, slowly or less. Why? Boy. Alrighty, so we're gonna go do our 3 minutes of silence. Should be fun, I would think. I want to say, by the way, this is something that's also in Voltage Genesis. Again, if you look at all the games that I really, really like gush about on stream, there's influences in all of those games in the RPG that I made. And this is one that I really like, is you listen to this music. You go in the cave, and you can still hear it playing in the background, but over that, you've got the cave music playing. So it's like you can hear what's going on outside a little bit. And I do that in Voltage as well. Like, when you go into interior areas, the music will get like more muffled, but it's still the same soundtrack. And I do that, I think, because I love it so much in this game. Because then even if you're inside a building, you know exactly what town you're in, what area you're in. I love that. You can hear it. Do 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 do. It's an important thing. Music in general is important in video games. It's it's what really makes games stick with you, right? Like the dialogue, yeah, the visuals, yeah. Music is what you remember from the games long after you've forgotten how to play the game or whatever. You remember the music, I think. It's just how our brains are wired. Oh, that's Dad calling us to harass us. You've been out there for a long time now. Maybe none of my business, but don't you think it'd be a good idea if you took a break? Nope. Well, it doesn't make me happy, but I understand your point about the fate of the world being at stake. Ah, sure, whatever. Let's do this. Do, 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 do. And we can kind of go ham on these fights because we are going to, when we get inside the dungeon that we're going to, there is going to be a room with a guaranteed spawn for butterflies. So we can refill our ability points if we need to. That's a lot of XP. 1600. The last boss fight I won was only 2400, right? That's basically a boss fight right there. Oh, well, that's the fight I was trying to avoid, and here we go. This is probably not going to be super effective. Oh, no, it is. Never mind. I'll shut up. Armored Frog. Plain Crocodile. Once we get in here, we're going to get a whole lot of the same enemy over and over and over, and it's going to basically be a free kill. They're called fobbies, and they look like tomatoes, and I love them because they're so easy to kill, and they're worth, like, boss XP. And unfortunately, you can only fight them prior to defeating the boss in this area. So the time that we didn't spend leveling Jeff in Winters, we're going to waste that leveling now. I think. Red Antoid. Boom, 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 boom. Give me that XP. Yeah, give me them levels. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright. Fuzzy Pickles! Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say... Fuzzy Pickles! Wow, what a great photograph. You couldn't see it because the picture was small, but I was doing the GG. I was giving him the GG pose, y'all. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Alright, so while this happens, I'm going to go get a refill on my adult beverage. So just say the password. Alright. I will be right back, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Alright, did they take our password yet, guys? Still nothing? Bastards. No, I would never leave you, Otaku. I didn't know you were here. We are waiting for 3 minutes so that we can get let into the base. If you've never played Earthbound, that probably doesn't make any sense. But I used the moment to get the last of the banana bourbon. Calrea drank all of it. So much banana bourbon. So, has it been 3 minutes yet? I always worry that I'm not supposed to press the button. When he says say the password, I always wonder, like, am I supposed to close the bar, like close the dialog box, or do I leave it open? What sounds like a lot? 3 minutes? It is 3 minutes. It is a lot. It's a long time to just sit and stare at your computer screen. But such is life, Kale. Before you came in, I was showing off my vintage advertisement, my Japanese. There you go. Oh no, I drank way more of it than she did, honestly. I've had this is like my third glass of, so I can't be upset. Next 2 days off? That's amazing. We had a 5-day weekend for Thanksgiving, and now I have to work again until the week after Christmas because the way Christmas falls this year, I used what's left of my time off to basically just normally we take like that week around Christmas, but this year Christmas is on Sunday, so I gotta work until the 21st. It's gonna be unfortunate, but such is life. Did you bring some fly honey? It's Master Belch's favorite. Okay, you can pass through. He's following me. These guys, the fobbies. These are the foppies. I'm sorry. Fobby is later. Foppy is now. Fobby is later. But they're both just essentially big old squishy pillows filled with XP. They're like XP pinatas. A much needed haircut. I wouldn't know anything about haircuts, Otaku. I cut my own, or I get Calrea to take the ends. To take the ends off for me. So, yeah, that's what I was just saying. Divide. We're gonna be taking off the entire last week of the year. We're gonna do Christmas with Calrea's family. We're gonna go up Christmas Eve. We're gonna be there Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then the day after Christmas. And then we're gonna come back here, and I think her family might do New Year's at our house, which is gonna be awesome. It's gonna literally be like the first time we've done a holiday at our house. So it's like we're an actual couple and stuff. Right? I used to keep my hair short as well. I stopped cutting it several years ago for personal reasons. That's all I'll really say. But whatever. Let's fucking go. Ooh, fancy. Which part? Which part's fancy? 21st to the 2nd. We are off. Let's see. Virginia pay calendar. We're off from the 22nd we work. So we're off the 23rd through the 2nd. That's when we're off. I feel like they added time. I don't think we had Friday off. Calrea, you're gonna have to check your calendar, Calrea. I think they amended our time and gave us the 23rd off because I thought we had to work that Friday, but it's saying that it's a paid holiday for us now. Congrats on becoming legit. I don't know about all that. I don't know if we're legit. people are gonna stay in our home. We can legitimately, we could comfortably sleep 8 to 10 people in our house, and we never have company. Like, we want company. We can't trick company into coming over. I don't know. We can never get company. We always want it. We very much enjoy having people over, which is weird because we hate going out. Like, we're kind of like weirdly antisocial unless you're coming to our house, in which case, come on in and feel free to stay as long as you want. You want to move in? Sure. We won't charge you rent for 3 months. But yeah. Lack of maintenance is having long hair, Otaku. So when we get down this ladder, there's going to probably be a whole buttload of these little foppies. Or there's nothing at all, and I just look like an a-hole. I'm just a liar. Thanks, foppies. Okay, well, they're going to let me by. That's cool. Oh, he's just attacking me because reasons. Oh, that's true. You want to freeload? You can freeload for a little bit. Not forever. The slimy little pile. This is true. Curly hair is a whole different beast. I'll give you that. I like to cook, so it depends on what you're making, Faminator. Did I say kale? I think I was saying kale before, but yeah, Faminator. I enjoy cooking, so it depends on what you're cooking, whether or not that'll be, a substitute for rent. And it depends on if you're buying the food, because if I gotta buy the food, then I'm basically going out to a restaurant in my own house, right? So. Get together this week. Thursday will be a short day for me. I should be free probably like around 1. Anytime after like 12:30 or 1. If you need to do a little bit earlier, I can. I'll just have to come home and work afterwards. But I can do Thursday, Divide. Cosmic Code, double sippies. Alrighty, well then I guess I gotta finish the bourbon, y'all. Quex leveled up. Alright, sounds good. Oh, hang on. Okay, everybody's maxed HP. Oh, so what you're saying is you're gonna make a shitload of food. That sounds appropriate. I'll take that. Y'all heard it. Oh, I'm sorry, Otaku. If you lived in the Richmond area, we'd invite you over. We're pretty open as far as letting people come over. I've never had Moroccan. I'd be down. Oh. No! Why did I do that? Oh god, the stupidity is overwhelming my brain! So, I know this is a bad idea, but I'm gonna light this barf on fire. This dude Stupidity is overwhelming my brain. Alright, let's kick the shit out of some foppies. Y'all. Just the one? Thank you very much, but I have to refuse. I can't say yes. There we go. That's what we like to see. No, that's not what we like to see. That's a single foppy surrounded by other small groups of foppies. I want to fight them all at once. Damn it. 437 XP each for an enemy that has basically no offensive capabilities. Take that. Old Sci-Fire B. Stranger danger. Oh, you're from Morocco. I don't think I knew that, Faminator. Interesting. I learned a fact today. Faminator is from Morocco. Or is in Morocco. Maybe not from, but lives in. That's cool. It's one of my favorite things about streaming is even if it's just little things, you get to talk to people from all over the world, you know? Yes. Yes. Throw away the bread roll. Caramel is better than bread roll any day of the week, whether it's magic caramel or not. Caramel, as they say. Caramel. Okay. That's cool. Did not know. Get him, Sauna. No! No! There we go. Neighbors. Yeah, I mean, but I see you around other people's streams and things, so, you know, you're like, oh, well, he might have heard this from some other person at some point, or he might have seen it in another stream, that kind of thing. Broken laser. This is the Jeff room. Hang on now. We're gonna get you muscular, Sauna. Protein drinks. IQ capsule. We're gonna make you Smart Hulk. Broken laser. I don't know if I'm making sense. I have an explanation. That's like I like to tell people in my job, a lot of times I tell people I don't have a reason, but I have an explanation. Like, I can tell you why I did this, but I don't know if it or I don't have an excuse, but I have a reason. I did it. I shouldn't have done it. Here's why I did it, but I know it doesn't excuse my actions. Kind of the same energy. I have a reason, but no excuse. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. You know what does make sense? Farming the shit out of these foppies for as long as your sanity will allow you. Because they're just, it's like free candy. Look at them. Boom. Boom. That was a crappy level up. That makes me sad. I guess there's just always a slimy little pile here that you have to fight. So you should always leave some XP for that. Direct. Pow pow. My day has been pretty good, Otaku. This is the first day of my last week in my current job. I am teaching a class, which I love to teach. The people genuinely seem to enjoy being there, which is not always the case. And yeah, I turned in my final paper for my first semester of my master's program yesterday. I don't know how well I did on it. I kind of half-assed the final section of the paper, but I have 108% in the class, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm not kidding. 108% in my class. We'll see if that changes. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday, but I was born today. I mean, technically, every day is the first day of the rest of your life, Faminator. Like, it's kind of, sometimes it's depressing and sometimes it's interesting, but just remember that right now, this very instant, your whole life has been leading up to this moment. So that's the phenomenal philosophical moment of the day. Something you'd expect from YouTube. I'm on YouTube too, though, is the thing. Did you not know that? I actually got my start on YouTube before I ever came on Twitch. I was on YouTube, so it makes sense. I just did that. It's there right now, waiting for you. There's nearly 700 videos on my YouTube, so not a lot of philosophical moments like that. There are like 75 clips on there, so there you go. Ooh, thank you so much, Faminator. Every individual game that I've done more than 2 episodes of has its own playlist, and in addition, I have playlists for special events like the Halostream 2020 marathons, um, Retro Jank, all sorts of stuff. Tons and tons of videos. Well, oh God, no, don't fight them. Oh, there we go. These guys are squishy. We'll fight these guys. This is true. I think there was a James Bond movie about that, right? Called Tomorrow Never Dies. But really, no. Thank you for that, Faminator. I don't have a lot of followers on YouTube, and I really do notice when people follow me on there. I really do appreciate it because that suggests to me not just that like you got lost and ended up here for the evening, but you actually want to like know when you missed something or you want to go back and watch old stuff like that. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. So I guess that's just always a Foppy spawn, and this is always a zombie spawn. Yeah. This is the farm spot right here. Boom. Nice, Otaku. Nice. Well, I've already got an entire playthrough of this game that's already up. There's like 7 episodes, something like that. And now we've started the new one, so. Just think, you now have access to over 100 hours of Rings of Power videos. You poor, poor souls. There we go. Fire for the zombies. Farm zombie. Is that stronger or weaker than a city zombie? Yeah, see, that's like way more resources invested for half the XP. Killing a bunch of zombies versus a bunch of foppies. Yeah, I do that. I honestly don't really watch a lot of television. I watch like there's some streaming services that I'll watch specific shows on, but the vast majority of the stuff I watch is just YouTube videos. I watch like Kit Boga, CJU games, stuff like that. So I feel that it's like the last free television, right? It's like the YouTube is like the 21st century version of public broadcasting. Yeah. Whenever we're asleep and most of the time we're awake in the house, we've got YouTube going on at least one television. Even if we're just playing music, if we're playing like, like lo-fi cafe music or like jazz music or arcade music or whatever, we've or we're watching actual videos, we've almost always got YouTube live somewhere in the house just playing random shit. So because it's exactly what you want. And over time, it becomes a very like I've been using YouTube. I feel sorry for Calrea because it's her account on YouTube on our TVs. So she's got all these like organization videos and like unboxing videos, and then it's a bunch of like horror games and craziness. But over time, it becomes exactly what you want to see, more or less. Like, why would you not want that? All right. Terraria music. When I'm at work, I actually have a playlist. I talked about this in a stream recently, but I have a really great YouTube playlist that is Earthbound music. If you guys are into Earthbound music, it's 1 hour of Earthbound jazz remixes. I don't know if I can play it without getting in trouble on stream, but I will give you the link for it. It is a great playlist. I listen to it a lot when I'm at work. Um, and not only that, but there's an artist or artists that do cover art for the different songs, and they do the if you just go to that playlist and just kind of scroll through the different soundtracks, the artwork that they did for most of them, where it's like the town themes for like Onet and Forsyth and stuff, are so amazingly drawn because they so perfectly capture everything about that area in the game. I really, really, really like this playlist. The first thing is Summers, and it's like a great little shot of the club and the museum and the hotel and the beach, and it's just super cute. Yeah. Have you ever listened to Grammatic? Grammatic is good. I very much like Grammatic. I listen to them at work as well. They do like different like little remixes and things. It's not like I don't want to call it remixes. It's like I guess I'd call it like coffee shop music. Um, but it's very good. I got turned on to that. There used to be an Irish pub like right on campus where I go to school. It's closed now, but one day I went in there. I basically like lived in there when I was doing my undergrad, and one of the bartenders used to play different like music like that, and they had that going, and I was like, "What is the name of this artist?" And I asked them, and they told me, and I'm like hooked on this person's music now. Grammatic is the person's name. They got some good stuff. Snuggle mode, activate. Do it. I don't know who or what you're snuggling, but get it, Otaku. Get it. Do the snuggle. This is a phenomenal, sir, sanctioned snuggle. I will allow it. We're going to gain one more level for Quex and Sauna, and then we're going to keep on keeping on. Don't think we're going to fight the Trillion Age Sprout. We could try it, but I don't really want to. I feel like the Trillion Age Sprout is kind of annoying. I'd much rather wait until I'm strong enough to just like one-shot him like I normally do with the Mondo Mole. So, blankets. Oh my god, we got so many blankets in our house, Otaku. You have no idea. We are collectors of quilts and Afghans. I'm in one of our guest bedrooms. This is where I stream, and our guest bed here has an Afghan, a quilt, a smaller quilt, a comforter, and then I think there's another blanket in this storage chest behind me, just right here. We are very much fans of the snugs. Are you okay, friend? Are you okay? There we go. 4 pillows and 2 of those thick blankets. Nice. Yeah, I don't like to sleep under a whole lot of blankets, but Calrea does. I usually sleep on top of the comforters. I like to kind of have some room to move around, you know. Mostly bad fly. Mostly bad. Not 100%. Oh, well, he's dead. Oh, weighted blanket and a soft fuzzy blanket. Noise. Yeah, Calrea gets in the bed under a couple of blankets and like 3 cats, and she's in heaven. And then I go downstairs and sleep on the couch because only 2 of the cats will fuck with me if I'm on the couch downstairs. Up here, it's like open season. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just as happy wearing like long pajama pants and a t-shirt and just sleeping with no blankets at all. I just don't like my feet to be cold. If it's even a little bit chilly, I have to wear socks when I sleep. So we're just gonna get our PP. We're gonna get our PP up to max. Psi points, psychic points, psychic power, power points. I don't know what PP stands for. Well, I know what PP stands for. It's not in this game. I don't know what it stands for in Earthbound. I'm gonna call it AP probably. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's not a restricted thing. Aren't you the Fly Honey delivery boy? What's the password? Doesn't mean I don't trust you. Just say it. Say it now. Someone so quiet is either extremely shy or extremely dangerous. What a suspicious fellow. Sorry, that escalated quickly. Got a hardcore Alias Grace vibe there. Well, enjoy getting stomped, Bretta. So you are Vidoof? I see. There's a prophecy, little boy will destroy Master Geiger. You make me laugh so hard. If Master Geiger is scared of someone, he would have to be worse than the greatest evil. I'll take you down big time, so get ready for the worst fight of your life. You ready to feel the pain of true nausea? Come on, let's go. This is why I don't do voices, y'all. It gets out of control too quickly. Should have put the fly honey on Quex. Ooh. Should have put the fly honey on Quex. Don't quote me on that. I should have given Quex the fly honey to use because she is the fastest party member. Master Belch, grab the fly honey. I don't do a lot of voices. I'm a DM for D&D. I run D&D campaigns. I've been running D&D campaigns for over 10 years. And I am not known for doing voices. I don't do a lot of voices on stream most of the time. I'm just in a good mood tonight, I guess. The bourbon probably helped. But I'm enjoying doing these ridiculous voices for the little barf piles and stuff. Bidoof and his friends gained 4,170 XP. Boom, baby. Looks like it was an even fight. But Master Gaius managed to get the Mighty Monty statue into Foresight. The city will soon be in worse condition than living in your own puke. Suffer, Spanky. Sorry, I gotta drink something. Brr. Brr. There we go. I escaped. Zoom, burp, boing, goody, burp. Sheep images. Nice. Hair down. Well, I guess I gotta change the stream so that you can actually enjoy it. There you go, fame. Hair down. Fabulous. Fabulous. Look at all that gray. I had people ask me if I put highlights in my hair, and I told them no, God put highlights in my hair, and they were like, "What?" I said, "No, I just have gray hair." What? A new hand touches the beacon. Thank you, Master Belch. Go in hot spring. Wash barf off, you body. I killed his ass before he ever burped on me. Drink coffee before go. Say yes to me. Say no to me. I've had gray hair since I was in high school, Faminator. Or, Kale, sorry. Kale and Faminator have the same color text or names on my stream, so it's confusing me. I'm not used to having more than one person talk to me at a time. You've traveled very far from home. Do you remember how your long and winding journey began with someone pounding at your door? It was Pokey, the worst person in your neighborhood, who knocked on the door that fateful night. On your way, you have walked, thought, and fought. Yet through all this, you have never lost your courage. You have grown steadily stronger, though you have experienced the pain of battle many times. You are no longer alone in your adventure. Quex, who is steadfast, kind, and even pretty, is always at your side. Sauna's with you as well. Though he is timid, he came from a distant land to help you. Bidoof, as you certainly know by now, you are not a regular young man. You have an awesome destiny to fulfill. I got the gray down here. The journey from this point will be long, and it will be even more difficult than anything you have undergone to this point. Yet, I know you will be alright. When good battles evil, which side do you believe wins? Do you have faith that good is triumphant? I actually have a quote from this on the wall in my office, and nobody knows it's a video game quote, but I have people comment about it all the time. This right here, I actually have this on my wall with a Calvin and Hobbes image of Calvin and Hobbes sleeping under a tree. One thing you must never lose is courage. If you believe in the goal you are striving for, you will be courageous. There are many difficult times ahead, but you must keep your sense of humor, work through the tough situations, and enjoy yourself. That's the quote. I actually have that on a board behind my desk at work, with Calvin and Hobbes asleep under a tree from the comics. When you have finished this cup of coffee, your adventure will begin again. Next, you must pass through a vast desert and proceed to the big city of Forsyth. Vidoof, Quex, Sauna. I wish you luck. I don't know who this person is that's talking to us, but thank you. There we go. And he's just like, all right, be gone, thought. Let's wash the barf off our bodies. You got in and washed all of the extremely dirty gunk off of your body. Thank you. Now, if we go up here, that's to the next sanctuary spot, but I don't want to do that. Appreciate. I so happy, 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 Zoom. Here is present. I hand you cup of life noodles. You know room. Bye. Later. All these croissants. The inventory is already being a butt to me. I'm only a little bit into the game. Mr. Saturn coin. I now hand you my stag beetle. He didn't give me the cup of life noodles? Oh, okay. He gave it to Sauna. Okay, I was like, wait a second. You fudge. Increases defense and luck. It's not money, even though it's called a coin. We have coins. God damn, there are coins in there are coins in Voltage Genesis as well. Lord, so much about this game is in Voltage. Yeah, we've got accessories that are coins. Holy shit! Look at the defense boost there, y'all. 32. It almost doubles my defense. That's insane. Thank you. Much preach, friend. I have been depressed for a long time about my fate, Faminator. But I'm doing my best. I'm trying to accept it. Faminator is woke as shit, y'all. So I'm gonna sell the hard hat. Yes. Sell want to sell the bomb. I am the bomb. I don't need a bomb, right? Right. Insecticide spray. Thank you. Yes. Sell. Yes. I don't know what this is. $250 for an in-battle booster. No. You're fine. You're fine, Faminator. It doesn't. I don't consider it insensitivity. You're good. Don't worry. Not like well, I mean, I don't know about otaku, but for me, it's not really depressed. It's more like existential dread. But you know, such is life. Yeah. My brain don't make the happy. Oh no. Otaku, is there anything I can do to help you make the happy chemical? What do I need to do, Otaku? And I'm not saying that to belittle you. Like I'm not making like a comment belittling mental health, but what can I do to make you happy? Should I put a hat on? I can wear a hat. Oh, I think you're fantastic regardless, but the only thing I can offer in the most general way possible is that the vast majority of people whose societies say that their brains are quote unquote broken, their brains are just different. It doesn't mean that you're broken, it just means that you're different. So you shouldn't treat it like it's a defect. You should treat it like you're just not like other people, which is fine because, you know, back in the caveman days, having people that were ADHD, for example, was really, really important, right? Like if attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder didn't have some sort of evolutionary value, we'd have selected away from it. But having that one person that's constantly being like distracted by different things, what was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Is actually like an evolutionary advantage in some cases. So, you know, not constantly being happy all the time is not necessarily a bad thing, as long as you don't let it impact your ability to continue living your life. Obviously, it would affect your life as long as you don't let it, you know, make you do harmful things to yourself. Yeah. Otaku plays stuff like Minecraft. Go check them out. Shout out for Otaku Phoenix. Otaku's like, I don't want to be here anymore. These people are making me unhappy. So Master Belch is defeated. It's an educational stream. Did you not? Well, I do have the tag. I do have educational. I might not teach you all something every single night, but I do give you the opportunity to learn something every single night. So it is an educational stream. Absolutely. And actually, Boom. You've got a super old Twitch account. No offense. Anytime I see people that are like 2014, 15, 16, I'm like, damn. That's like when you get on an MMORPG and you look at the person's player number and you see that they're like a triple digit number when everyone else has 7 numbers. It's like, oh, you're like the alumni. So is this area all clear of monsters now? Are we good? But that's important too, Otaku. Alrighty. Happy music in 3. Yay! Peace, love. Sure. I shall do it. Alrighty, all the monsters are gone. The people are happy. It's still kind of a crappy town, but I want to go through the desert and onto the big city. I want to see the city, and I want to smell like the big city. I'm a real urban type of guy. Thank you. You're heroes. That rocks. His cranky Kong. That's funny. Let's see. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, well, thank you, Faminator. Broken air gun became the Magnum air gun. By the way, Faminator, are you... I should... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to ask. I know the answer. Hang on. Or I can find the answer. Yes. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. I was going to ask you something, but I figured out the answer. Otaku Phoenix has an old as shit Twitch channel, but we still love them. Alrighty. Dear old dad was also thinking about hitting the hay for the night. Create a record or your... There we go. I was going to ask you if you were in the Jank Bros, and then I was like, I know he's in the Jank Bros. Why am I even asking such a stupid question? I literally see you in there all the time. So, that's what I was going to ask you. No. No. Oh. Oh, we gotta... Oh! Nice. You gonna take a picture of me through the fence like a creeper? Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say Fuzzy Pickles! Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Yeah. God damn me. Damn me and my filthy casual ways. Please forgive a filthy casual like myself. Easy hand bus. Music is so good in this game. Drugs! Don't know how that made it past the sensors. Man, it's bumper to bumper. My job is to drive, so I can't get off the bus. It's up to you if you want to get off the bus and walk around in the desert. Hey, it's a free country. Backs away. I feel sorry for the guys behind me, but I'm so bent, I'm leaving my car here and walking instead. Drugs. And I want another wet towel. For the doof. Sauna. Not a great upgrade, but whatever. Mr. Baseball Bat. Excuse me, you don't have enough money. Well, fuck me, I guess. There we go. Sell. Yes. Sell. Yes. Buy. Yes. 68 to 91. Hell yeah. Take that crap. Yes. Thick gains. Yes. Yes. And yes. Yes. Sloths are creepily adorable. I don't know about all that. Also running in, mister. No. Our beds are really old and dusty. Alright. Alrighty. So, before we venture into the desert to search for sesame seeds and lost contacts and everything else, I'm going to throw up a BRB screen. I'm going to use the restroom. And then when I'm back, we will continue on through the desert. However long it takes, we will beat the desert area and make it to Foreside before we finish, because that's what I promised tonight. But before I can do that, I need to go potty. So, BRB, y'all. Thank you for the all of that. So we could just like skim the edge of the desert and move on with our lives, but no. I actually read somewhere that this is a this enemy right here is actually like a scripted encounter against a much weaker than normal enemy. Like this mole playing rough is always here, and it's something weird about that enemy where like you can glitch the game out in some sort of way by not having him spawn or by not fighting him. Gotta look it up again and see exactly how it works. We're gonna buy a bottle rocket. Yes, we're gonna sell the hamburger. Yeah. We gotta call Escargot Express to come pick us up. And we have 2 people with heat stroke. 3 feet into the desert. Go us. Hair up for Faminator. You know, I always get hair down. I never get hair up. There we go. There you go. Do 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 do. Escargot Express. And pick up. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you, Fame. I mess with it a lot when it's down. I appreciate it. Yeah, I constantly fool with it when it's down, which is why I keep it tied up pretty much all the time when I'm not asleep. Alright, so you can take the jar of fly honey. You can take the pack of bubblegum. I think you can take the bad key machine. And then do that. There we go. I'm not even gonna fool with that zip gun thing. We'll get another one in the next area. Yeah, I just constantly fool with it. Alrighty. So somewhere out here in the desert, there's a lost contact lens that we can collect. Keep an eye out for it, everybody. Oh, that's a great crested buka. We sleep in the desert, so we're often mistaken for corpses, but a corpse doesn't usually wear a bathing suit, right? Hey, stop staring at my tan lines. Go away. Scat, you little monsters. Okay. No! Oh, well. Damn it. Floof power. Is there floof power going with Otaku? Do I need to know about something? Do I need to know about this? Cute little UFO. It's like it's like Miss UFO, right? Miss Pac-Man versus regular Pac-Man. A hamburger. It's too. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. The curly hair. Yeah. Why would you feel like talking to a tiny black sesame like me? I want to apologize to the white sesame that I hurt before. If I could just see her. Oh shit! Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Couple life noodles. Oh no! Not the buffalo! Looking for a lost contact. Oh, there it is! Set of contact lenses. Nice. Go us. Double burger. Hell yeah. Double cheeseburger all the way. What does this mean? I'm gonna need you to check in with us on Wednesday and let me know how it went. Otaku Phoenix. Psy Caramel. Psy Caramel. Sorry, hiccup. Psy Caramel. No. No. There is a oasis around here somewhere. Big bottle rocket. Well, let's just give that to sauna. Sauna. Ah! Okay, well, here we go. Arm's reach of a wild bison. That sounds terrifying. How'd that go? No, thank you. Bison kill people. Not because they're, like, mean, but because people are dumb. This hole's great. Good hole, good hole, good hole. First, someone asked me to dig for buried gold. Began to feel like I was obligated to find it. Man, am I starving. Do you have any food you can spare? Seems like you have a lot of stuff. What are you going to give me? Thank you. If I find the gold, I'll give it to you. I got you. Well, that is good. Yeah, there's people in places like Yellowstone that they just like walk up on the buffalo and try to like pet them or whatever, and they get what they deserve, in my opinion. That's different if it's choosing to walk past you, as long as you're not choosing to walk past it, you know? As long as you're not fucking around at the risk of finding out. We gotta find the white sesame seed so we can tell it that its friend loves it. Sudden guts pill. Well, that's worth some money. Oh, it was at Yellowstone. Nice. Yeah, I've seen things in the news recently. There was actually a couple of people that got hurt because they got too close to bison, right? Like, 2 cases fairly close together. Whatever. White sesame seed, I've lost interest in you. Oh, okay, so this was previous. Yeah, these were both fairly recent cases where it was like twice in a month, I want to say, that somebody got seriously hurt because they were fucking around near the bison. Like, they tried to like pose for pictures with them or whatever and got hurt. Yeah. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles! Thought the desert would take longer to get through. But hey, look, we're here. It's Fourside. We made it. The city of Fourside has developed quite a bit since Mr. Geldegard Monotony hit the big time. It's been good for the city. It's a hotel. There's an insane... Oh, no! The road sign tricked me! Oh! It says Ohio. Oh, I fucked up. I was so busy looking at the cab that I didn't see the crazed road sign. Oh, Lord. Gotcha! The bad taxi. Watch this fucking thing explode. Nice! He was totally scrapped! Planning meeting for Earthbound 2. Only those who are related to this project are allowed to enter. Ape Software Development Team. How dare you, Ape? This, honestly, all joking aside, this little sign right here makes me so sad. Because they were so excited making this game, and they put this in here as like a little joke. There it is, for all eternity. All joking aside. Man, that makes me sad. No one know anything. What? Grr? Interesting. Okay. This is true. This is true. This is a masterpiece. Other than the item management system. And that guy who was just dancing on the roof of the Empire State Building and then jumped off to attack me. But other than that, it's doing great. You boys are sneaking around looking for Mr. Monotony, aren't you? If I catch you boys doing anything, I'll arrest you. No questions asked. Got it, V-Doof? I've already checked out your name. I wonder why the department store's closed. Department store is closed, but why? Isn't there a black market guy around here somewhere? Little black market weapons dealer hiding out somewhere. The boy stuck to the wall, maybe a peeping Tom. Behind this wall, things seem very strange. I feel like this isn't my place. Maybe it's your place. That's a sanctuary site. Come on in. We got the goods, G. What are you looking for? Mod boy jerk. You can't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Speaking of the Topola Theater, there's a new singer called Venus. She's better than the Runaway Five. I'm totally bonkers about her. No. I probably had enough time to fight the Trillion Age Sprout, huh? In the old days, Mr. Monopoly was just a regular, unattractive real estate agent. Now he has the power to control the police force. I don't think the city of Forsyth is better than before. Second floor of the bakery. Wonder what's on the second floor of the bakery, y'all. I was thinking, there's a tightwad born every minute. Okay. Ah! No, Karen, don't do it. No! Runaway 5 from Tucson seemed very popular. I heard the Chapala Theater is always full. Well. $2.25. Working through the night, Sana finished the broken iron and became the slime generator. I think that paralyzes enemies when you use it. Reusable. Good morning. This is a unique service exclusive to our hotel only. Here to read you today's headline on the front page of the Forsyth Post. Over 70% of Forsyth citizens support Monopoly. If you meet a beautiful, seductive woman who's looking for me, tell her hi. Will do. All right. So once again, I'm going to be finishing a little early tonight. Not because I don't like this game, but because I want to end this game on, at good points. And we're about to launch into the next arc of the saga. So for now, we're going to call it here. We're going to end our stream. We're going to look for somebody to raid. It has been great having you all here. I've enjoyed very much being able to chat with Kale, Faminator, Otaku, Calrea, and all the others that came in tonight. I see some people out there lurking as well, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Otherwise, I'd just be some crazy person talking to myself, right? I've been there a lot. But for now, we are going to look for somebody to raid. Yelleth is still streaming? Why is he still streaming? That's crazy. He must be having a long run. We're not going to raid Yelleth, though. Let's see who we can raid. Splangy's playing Mario Party Superstars. Gustavo is playing Ninja Gaiden. Wibbit Guy is playing Bioshock. Chainsaw Bear is playing Bucky O'Hare. And Nynx is playing the Callisto Protocol. We're going to raid Nynx because Nynx joined the Jank Bros like over a month ago, and I haven't actually caught a single stream of theirs so far. So I don't know anything about the Callisto Protocol other than I think it's supposed to be like the spiritual successor to Dead Space. I know that that's way different from Earthbound, but the more important thing here is that we're showing another Jank Bros support, right? Because Jank Bros, it's what's for dinner. So great to chat with you too, Kale. I really do appreciate you guys being here, really and truly. We are gonna go show Nynx some love. Nynx is a fairly new streamer, so we're gonna see what they're all about. We're gonna scare them a little bit, and as I said before, I should be back Wednesday. The plan is to do some co-op Elden Ring. If I don't do that, it's going to be like a random retro jank thing, maybe Crystalis, maybe another Super Metroid. I haven't decided yet. I really enjoyed Super Metroid when I played it a couple of weeks ago. I kind of want to play it again, but unfortunately, I don't have the time. So, anyway, thank you everybody one last time for being here. I hope you all had fun because I know I did. And until next time, stay healthy. Stay safe out there, y'all. Later.